In this video, I will teach you how you can create and come up with your ideal customer avatar so you actually know which people you are selling your product or service to. This has helped me get a clear vision on the person I want to serve in my business, with my content, with everything I do, so I can always keep in mind, would this person enjoy this thing I'm currently doing, this thing I want to publish, this thing I want to give feedback on. And it has helped me to get to results way quicker because I'm more streamlined and focused on that one person. So with that being said, let me give you some credibility up front so you know that you can trust what I'm about to teach you. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Fabian Werner. I'm a student from Germany. I'm currently studying for a bachelor's degree in e-commerce at the University of Applied Sciences Würzburg-Schweinfurt, where I am one of the top 20% of students. I have 2 years of experience in tech, where we had a clear customer avatar as well that we wanted to serve, and I have 5 years of experience in business. I've started 3 businesses so far on my own, and in each and every one of them I had a clear vision of the people, or one person, one avatar, one customer that I wanted to serve. My first business was an e-commerce online shop for archive fashion clothing that had a clear person I was trying to address. My second business was a productized service agency where I help businesses streamline their operations with a software, Notion. And my current business is that I'm teaching everything I've learned along the way, and that I teach everything I will learn to you watching this video for absolutely free. I make everything fully transparent. I share all of my lessons, all of my mistakes, all of my numbers even that I make in my business. So you can copy me, you can get inspired by me, you can just succeed, because I think we succeed together. Okay, so I will teach you my framework for coming up with an ideal customer avatar. That's at least how I called it. An ideal customer avatar is a person, real or imaginary, that you will serve with your offer. So let me share my phone screen so that I can tell you and show you what I'm talking about. And I will go to the site so you are able to see it. Okay, so what you can see on screen right now is the page that I created for my customer avatar. And funny enough, my ideal customer is my mom. It is shockingly surprising, but I found this to be the best customer avatar I could ever pick out of every person on the entire globe. Why? Because I know every single thing that I need to know to address the pain points of my mom. So what I recommend you do is you give your customer avatar a name. Well, obviously I know the name of my mom, so that was easy. And you want to give your customer avatar an image. Well, making a photograph of my mom is not that hard, so I have both of these things checked already. With that being said, let's move on. So you will want to ask yourself all of those questions that you see on screen. How old are they? What do they do all day? How do they spend their week? What are their hobbies? What do they care about? What's their financial situation? How do they feel about their jobs? What are their struggles in life? What aspect of their lives do your videos affect? So this is specifically for me. You could replace videos with product or service or whatever. How would they feel when clicking on your video? How would they feel when they purchase your product, when they subscribe to your service, whatever? What are they left with after watching it? What are they left with after buying your product, after subscribing to your service? How does your video solve a need or ease a pain for them? Same goes for product or service. And what's the thing that would make them subscribe and come back for more? Buy again or keep being a subscriber to your service, whatever. So answer all of these questions. The more time you give each question, the better. And it does not need to be perfect. All the time, I'm changing things up. I'm adding stuff. I'm removing stuff. So this is a never-ending process. Be aware of that. That's the biggest mistake I made when I first got started designing a custom avatar, because I always thought like it is a set and forget, but it's definitely not. You change as a person, and so does your custom avatar. Just get used to it. So then what I did is something that most of you probably cannot do, but I know you can. That's the part you can do. You can define what your customer avatar should do for work. So my mom is an accountant. That's not hard. So that's a big advantage for my custom avatar. And I made my mom take the Myers-Briggs personality test on 16personalities.com, and it turned out her personality was the Consul, or in short ESFJ-A, which is insanely insightful because now I can learn everything about the personality and what makes this my perfect customer, essentially. So this Consul part, right here, the personality part, you can make a personality up, of course, but ideally, and this is the greatest hack that I want to share you now, is ideally pick a customer avatar that is a real person that you know, that you can ask these questions that we've had. So you brainstorm them first, then you go to the question and go to the person and question them with all of that stuff and double check if you're right, add some stuff, remove some stuff. This is insanely valuable because you can ask that person directly in real life or via a online conferencing software tool, whatever, all of the things you want to know about them. Learn everything about them, learn their pain points, learn why they buy things, learn why they don't buy things, learn why they watch your videos, why they like your videos, why they subscribe to your videos, why they keep coming back. Learn everything there is to learn about your customer avatar. If you study your customer avatar, you will outperform everybody else in the market. If you are the one business, the one startup, the one YouTube channel that knows only 1% better who they are serving, they get 10x more successful than all of the others. So study the ins and outs of your customer avatar every living, breathing minute, if possible. Okay, that's at least what I'm doing. As always, my advice has to be taken with a grain of salt. That's what works for me. If it works for you, is a completely different matter, but I can only talk about my personal experiences, and that's what I'm good at. Okay. And then I made a analysis. So we had these introductory questions, now an analysis. So what age, education, profession, income do they have? Do they have a side hustle? What is their relationship status? Do they have children? What hobbies do they have, if any? Where do they live? What stresses them out? What do they want out of life? What motivates them? Would they say life is going okay or not going great or amazing? What political or social issues activate them, if any? Do they volunteer? What is their family background? How do they identify racially, ethnically, nationally? Excuse my pronunciation. What is their gender identity? Are they religious or spiritual or both? What communities are they part of? Churches, book clubs, Discord, Slack, sections of Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, whatsoever. What kind of media do they consume? Favorite magazines, news sites, TV shows, books, YouTube channels, whatever. What are their most closely held values? What is something they're struggling with right now? Can I help them with the struggle? What could I do to help make their lives easier? So there are a bunch of questions you need to go through, including how much do they know about my niche? Where do they learn about the subject? At work or reading what periodicals or participating in what communities? How much does my subject affect your life? And what is their biggest pain point when it comes to my subject? What are their attitudes toward the things I want to create content about? This is specifically, again, for me, creating content on my YouTube channel. Okay, and if you answer all of this stuff, you will have a clear image of your customer avatar. And the summary down here, I don't want to leak any information, but in the summary, you take all of the answers you gave to all of those questions and you write one paragraph summarizing it all so that it can be read out as if the person, for example, in a job interview would have just told them everything about their lives. So you can always picture this in front of you, have it with you, and this makes everything so much better, at least in my experience. Okay, so if you've learned something, if you learned that a custom avatar is insanely important, then I advise you to be actionable and take all of this stuff and start right now. Write down all of the questions I did and answer them. Take your time and answer them. And yeah, if you've learned something, subscribe to my newsletter down below. Join all the other people that are learning from my personal learnings on a frequent basis. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.